I have a new book from my dad's friend's house, right?
That's right.
Yes. It's a special gift from them, and I am reading it. A 5-minute Marvel Spider-Man story. And then the book is this page. Oh no, someone draw. 5-minute Marvel Spider-Man stories. The story of Spider-Man. Peter Parker was a one teenager who went to Midtown High School in New York City. He lived in Queens with Aunt May and Uncle Ben until he was accidentally bitten by a radioactive spider. He was just like everybody else. In fact, he had it harder than a lot of other kids did. He was very studious and one of the smartest kids in his school, but he wasn't very athletic and was often bullied by the kids at Midtown High. One boy always seemed to find Peter and torment his boy.
This bully was
Flash Thompson. Hey you, dropped your books. Peter heard Flash say as he walked down the hall. No, he didn't, Peter replied. Flash pushed him to the ground, and Peter's papers and books and papers fell around him. School may have been tough for Peter. He was happy that he was loved by his Aunt May and Uncle Ben. Peter's Uncle Ben would always say that Peter was going to do something special with his life. You are so smart, Peter. You can do anything. Thanks, Uncle Ben. I just wanted to be a scientist. Peter would say humbly, a scientist is a really important job. Peter would say humbly, Peter, science is power, and you should always remember, with great power comes great responsibility. You say that all the time, Uncle Ben. How could I forget? And one day, Peter's life changed on a school trip is science off. Peter was so excited to see scientists at work. He was so distracted by exhibits that he didn't even notice a spider passed through the radioactive waves and head toward him. The other spider bit Peter and had a clue what an amazing impact this would have on his life. Peter Parker would never be the same. After the bite, Peter adopted the Mary killed. What's this word?
characteristics.
Characteristics of a spider. He could cling to walls. He was really strong and also had spider sense. That meant he was able to detect things that were going to happen. This could make Peter very powerful. He wanted to keep his identity a secret. He created a costume. Peter worked hard to figure out how to use these new skills. Using his chemistry set, he made webs and tried shooting them in his bedroom. This is tougher than I thought, Peter said to himself. But once you get the hang of this, the they will be able to do great things. I like watching news. People would to make money. He put on his new Spider-Man costume and started to wrestle for cash. He had all these powers. He could beat all of the other wrestlers. One night after a fight, the place where Peter wrestled was being robbed. And Peter, the owner didn't get along. Peter didn't hope the owner catch the criminal. Later that night, when Peter got home, he found out that a robber has killed Uncle Ben. What?
Yeah, that's what happens. That's right. That's in all the Spider-Man movies that happens. In the comic book, in the movies, in the books, everything. That's what always happens. They even talk about it in the Spider-Verse movie you just watched. So keep going. The robber had killed Uncle Ben. And then what?
I mean, was divested.
Devastated.
Devastated. So was Peter. The police officers appeared not to work. They had the criminal concerned at an oil warehouse. Peter
Cornered.
cornered
They had the criminal cornered.
at an old warehouse. They had the criminal cornered at an old warehouse. Peter excused himself and went upstairs. Peter suited up in his Spider-Man costume and swooped over the sea with the murdered,
Determined
determined to avenge his uncle.
Well, he had great power, and this was his great responsibility to use that power to avenge his uncle.
What's avenging?
Avenge?
Yeah.
Avenge is to pay somebody back, to get. Avenge is to come to help somebody who needs it, or somebody has been wronged. You avenge their death. So you're coming and making it right. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but that's pretty much what it is. To avenge someone's death.
And then what is a warehouse?
A warehouse is a big building where things are kept after they're shipped. Like if a company makes a whole bunch of chairs and it needs to store them someplace, they store them in a big warehouse until they are shipped someplace and sold. It's basically a big building that holds lots and lots of stuff. A warehouse.
Oh, but what is... Oh, but where...
Where is a warehouse?
Yeah.
Warehouses are all over the place. They're they're probably in almost, like most big towns have warehouses. Are you going to continue the book or are we done?
Continue.
Okay.
He arrived at the warehouse. The thief was stunned.
Was what?
Stunned.
The thief was stunned. Yes.
And Freeman sprung into action. As Freeman shot web and trapped the crook, he got a good look at him. Noticed there was the same criminal he had let escape from the whistling match. If only I stopped him, everyone did, and that acted so selfishly. If he vowed to help others, he would never that anything like this happen again.
You caught that bad guy.
Just a month ago, he was busy studying in his bedroom and Aunt May and Uncle Ben's house, but not now. He remembered what the words his Uncle Ben had always used to say. With great power comes great responsibility. Uncle Ben was whole role model. And the next day, the kids at school started to talk about Spider-Man, which is him. Spider-Man listened to them in the halls, and I think he's okay. Flash said, just looked up on an article about Spider-Man. He's trying to help the city. If only Flash knew that Peter was Spider-Man. That night, Spider-Man put out a criminal on the loose in Manhattan. He swung across the bridge into the street. The flight villain was trying to rob a store. Spider-Man felt confident because he had worked very hard.
Perfecting
his abilities. He caught the criminal. Whose speed was getting lots of attention. For Peter, it wasn't about money or fame. Money rewards his power could give him. Peter wanted to help others. Half Peter, half Spider-Man, look. People who might seem like a normal teenager, but there's a program that makes them extremely special. He's a superhero and a skill burns in spin-up. He's the amazing Spider-Man.
All right, buddy. Did you like that story?
Yeah. And
What do you say? What do you say to your adoring fans?
subscribe. Hope you like the book.
The more
views we get, the more books we read.
All right, good night, everyone.
But I want to hold the page. I'm at.
Okay.